And boys, we'll definitely do a live stream tonight, just with the premium group. We're just going back to normal with that. But so I did my earlier update, and I'm actually sitting at my computer, taking care of some other work really quick. So instead of recording it on screen and doing it that way, I'm just recording it this way because it's quicker. So you'll notice the hourly, we're starting to dip here. Now, the hourly, we've been hyper bullish, right? I talked about this in my earlier update. Stoke got really high, but we're still moving sideways in that overbought range while the price kept going up. That was hyper bullish, right? Then I said on the 4-hour model, this is the 4-hour. I said we're getting really high on the Stoke here. We're either going to get rejected either here at the 55 EMA, the yellow line, or the next stop would be the bottom of the cloud in the 99. We actually broke past my first target, the 55 EMA. We blew past it. We were pumping up. We got back above this trend line resistance, but that really didn't hold. It wasn't that relevant here. Then we got rejected pretty much right at the bottom of the cloud of the 99 EMA. So that's my next key Ichima dynamic resistance. You can see here all the resistance from the 55, all the support from the bottom of the cloud. Same thing here. We had resistance at first, and we broke through. Resistance at the bottom of the cloud in the 99. That's the big one we have to break through. Since the Stoke was really high, I figured we'd come back down a little bit and make the next push up. That's why I said if you're looking to jump in to ride this pump, I would wait and see if this 4-hour comes down. Because if the 4-hour goes hyper bullish like the hourly, you'll see the 4-hour Stoke go sideways, just like the hourly. Let me show you again. This was the hourly. You can see the Stoke just went sideways, right? Starting right here, the Stoke kept going sideways as the price kept shooting up. If the 4-hour does that, we're going to pump very aggressively. So if that happened, you could always hop in later. But I thought we might come back down, and it looks like we are so far. The good thing is the daily only has 4 hours left. This thing is going to close really bullish, which means we're getting a bullish reversal on the Stoke here. So everything about my model, everything we talked about on the live stream from a couple nights ago. And if you guys aren't in the group, I shared my live stream from the private group. I shared it publicly after the fact. So I really suggest you go back and watch it because I talked about all this. I talked about everything that was going to happen, which has come to fruition. I talked about the weekly model and how bullish the weekly model is looking. I think we're in for a multi-week massive bull run, but at the very least, we're in for a 5 to 10 day bull run. So once we push back above this 222 EMA in the daily, it's a straight shot back up, way back up to at least 47, the bottom of the cloud on the daily at a bare minimum. We only have a couple resistances to break through, and they're going to come into play primarily around the cloud on the 4-hour. Bottom of the cloud in the 99 EMA here, then that 236 fib retracement right where the top of the cloud is. We'll probably break into the cloud, maybe get rejected, test the bottom of the cloud again, and then push up. We'll see. We have some flexibility there. It kind of depends what happens here. If we move sideways for a little bit and start going up again without the 4-hour Stoke actually resetting and coming back down to at least 50, we're going to absolutely pump to the moon. We're going to go straight up. So again, as per my live stream, I got into Sushi, BNB, DOT, Link, FET, Matic. Those are the altcoins primarily that I accumulated for this run, as well as ETH, BTC, LTC, and BCH, the 4 main majors. So I'm going to see where we stand with the alts. I think after this 4-hour reset, whether or not we keep going up and move it down a little bit or get a full reset on the 4-hour, after that, I'm going to try some more short-term entries. Like I talked about in the stream, I got into like BTC all the way at the bottom here, but I said we might get a quick wick down or a final candle down, and sure enough, that's what happened. That's why I got in with a really tight stop loss, and I said the short-term entry is really hard here because I expect to get these little dips and these little candles that quickly wick down before breaking out. And if you have those short-term trades with a really tight stop loss, you're going to get stopped out. So most of my money, as I kept telling the group, has been going into those mid and long-term holds where I buy in and I set a really low stop loss or no stop loss at all, and I just hold it because my model is so strong. I'm confident it's going to go up, up, up. So I do it that way, and then I'll put some money and get into 2 or 3 of the short-term trades. And this time around, all the little short-term trades I got into stopped out, just like I thought I would. So it was worth the risk because if my stop loss didn't get hit, I would have had sick gains, and I would have had a tiny risk. So it was obviously worth putting a stop loss 1.5% or 2.5% below my entry because that's a tiny, tiny loss. That's why risk management is so key. That's why I focus so much on teaching risk management, as you guys know. But right now, that's what I'm expecting. What we see here is going to be key. There's 40 minutes left on this 4-hour candle. If we end up with one little red 4-hour candle and then we push up into the cloud, I'm FOMOing in even more than I'm already in. And I suggest other people probably do too. Because that means we're going to go hyper bullish most likely on the 4 hour. If we're going to dip down and correct on the 4 hour, it's going to happen now and the next candle. We should get 2 red candles in a row. So if we don't, I'm going to be considering that possibility, like on the hourly model, where that Stoke stays high and we just keep pushing up with that price. All right, I'll do another update in a bit. If you're in the premium group, we'll do a live stream tonight. If you're in a basic group, I'll do charts and other video updates later on after the kids have dinner. All right, talk to you guys in a bit.